Hello, how are you? Welcome once again to another story about some homework that the teacher had given us. When I was in primary 2, the teacher told us that we had to make little clay ducks. So today, if you want to buy some clay, you go to a supermarket, you can buy the clay off the shelf, which comes in little boxes like this. You open out the clay, it will come out in long cylinders and you could shape it any way you liked. But in those days, we didn't have that. What we had to do was to come back and get into the garden and dig up some soil and look for a particular kind of earth that was yellow in color that could be mixed with water. It would become soft like clay, and then you could make the shape of a duck. And I was doing it a number of times. When I was doing the neck of the duck, it just broke off. My father was watching this and he asked me, "Am I allowed to help you?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "You must look for clay in the earth. So this is how you find clay." He taught me how to find clay. Then he said, "You mustn't put too much water. You must only put drops of it." He showed me how to do it. Then he said, "All right, you shouldn't mess up your shirt. So take off your shirt, wash your hands, take off your shirts. Now put your hand into the clay and knead it, mix it until it's soft to the touch." And then he said, "First you must do the body, then you must do the tail, then you must do the neck." So he took a little matches. He took one of those matches. He stuck it into the body of the duck like this, and then he made me put the clay around it, and then he made me do the head, a tiny head. Then he took a tiny little paper pins and he made me draw the side of the wings. He asked my mother for a little thing that she cooks. It's called a kadugu. It's a little tiny black thing. He made me put it as its eyes. Then if you take some chalk, Grandma loves to chew bitter leaves. She had some chalk. So he took some chalk and then he put it on the beak of the duck. And he said, "That's how you do it." But he wouldn't go and touch it himself. He made me do it myself. And I said, "Dad, why will you not help me?" So he said, "This is your work. I'll teach you how to do it. Show me when you've done it." So when I'd done it, he said, "You must take it and put it near the oven." We had a wooden oven. We would put wood and then we would light it and the wood would burn. And he said, "You must put it near there and you must wait." And after it was finished, he then told me to go and take a stick and then rub it on the surface of the clay until it was shining. He said, "That's how you do it." And then he taught me how to use some of the paint we had in the house to paint the side of this duck. But what he said was, "Your first duck will not look very good. You must make many little figurines of it, and there will come a time you'll get good at it." So I was all excited. Dad said, "It's getting late. Go to bed. By tomorrow, it will dry up. I will pack it nicely for you, because if you move it while you're getting up in the bus or carrying your bag, you'll snap the neck of the duck and it will all be spoiled." So what he did was he put it in a tin, and around the tin he put paper, and then he put the tin in my bag and he said, "Don't rattle it too much. Take it carefully to the school." How do you think I carried it to the school? I carried it carefully. Make sure I didn't rattle it. I was always putting my hands around it. When I got to school, I realized all my friends had done their own little figurines of a duck. Some were large, some were small, some were pretty, some were colorful. And as the teacher began to teach us all how to do a duck, she gave a demonstration. She showed us how to do it. Eventually, she came to my table and she said, "That looks good. Who did it?" I said, "My dad helped me find the clay and we did it and we put it near the oven." She said, "Very good. This is excellent. I'm going to take your duck and I'm going to put it on a cupboard and then everybody can see it." And so it was there for a week and she gave me back the duck And I took it home, and my mother was very proud of it, and she was talking about it all to the neighbor. But that's not the end of it. What I did was, when I came back from school, I was so excited about making ducks. I made many little ducks, small ones, large ones. I used to see pictures of ducks in my sister's school book, and I made many little figurines of it. I used to have a duck family. I would put the largest duck in front. I would say, this is daddy duck. Then I put a second duck. This is mommy duck. And then I would put some 5 or 6 baby ducks. And I said, these are baby ducks. And then I would play with it. Sometimes when I'm playing with the duck's neck broke or the ducks broke in half. That didn't bother me because I could make new ones. And we were quite happy making ducks for about a month. So that is the story of how Dad helped me make my first duck. I'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye. Take care. Good night.